Hi, so our lesson for today is academic writing and professional writing. Academic and professional writing have different styles but also the same in some aspects. If you are having difficulties analyzing specific writing, whether it can be academic or professional, it is therefore important that you understand the nature of these two styles of writing and note their similarities and differences. We have the components of academic writing and professional writing. Actually, we have six components, and let's start off with context. So, it refers to the situation where writing is performed. So, it includes the people involved. So, example, we have the sender and the receiver. So, the receiver will be the reader, and the relationship between the people involved in the communication, time, place, and some possible interferences. Second, we have message, and message simply refers to the content of the document. Alright, so message includes main topic, of course, and the details supports it, or the details that support it. So we have the main topic and then the supporting details. So this may be in the form of facts, statistics, testimonies, and observation. Third is language, and language refers to the channel used to convey the message. So it can be visual or textual. For Alright, so when we say language, it can be formal or informal, verbal or non-verbal. So you need to follow the standard form and usage of language in professional writing. So we are following some standards if you're going to use professional writing. And of course, it should be formal. Next is purpose. So purpose is the relevance of something. Same thing in writing. Your paper will lack relevance if it does not have any purpose. So purpose is the reason or motive that you have when you are communicating or writing. So it helps you to determine the reactions you want to elicit from your target audience. What do you want to tell to your audience? What do you want to prove? Why are you writing this? Something like that. So there are two levels of purpose that you need to know. We have the general and specific. In the context of professional and academic writing, your two general purposes are to inform and to persuade. So when we say to inform, it only means that you're going to make the audience understand a concept or something or what you are going to prove. Meanwhile, to persuade simply means to influence the readers to change their attitudes or actions. The specific or second level purpose is the reason why you want to inform or persuade your target audience. Alright, so number 5 we have audience. And audience is the receiver of the message. It can either be primary or secondary. So example of primary is direct receiver of your document, and the secondary is the indirect receiver of your document. And last but not the least is product. So product refers to the output that you intend to produce after considering all other components. So this is the finished product of what you have written. I'll be giving you examples of outputs produced through academic writing and professional writing. So in academic writing, we have academic essays, theses, dissertations, library research, library research, coursework, reaction paper, book review, literature review, research report, research project proposal, and position paper. Under professional writing, we have instructional manual, specification, brochure, business correspondence, business and technical reports. So now that you are already aware of the similarities of both styles, it's time to learn about their differences. So let's go first to academic writing. So when we say academic writing, it is the type of writing produced by students and professionals in an academic setting. Its main purpose is to inform and to persuade. So it is not made to entertain. So the most common types of academic writing includes academic essays, book reviews, literature reviews, research reports, research project proposals, position papers, and reaction paper. Academic writing is impersonal and formal. It is impersonal because it usually uses the third person perspective and it does not have a direct reference to persons and feelings. So when we say third person, you will be using the pronoun he, she, him, it's, something like that. Of course, it is formal because it follows the formal English and it avoids word contractions. Word contractions are the ones that is being used to shorten the pronunciation of a specific word. So for example is don't, shouldn't, isn't. So those are word contractions. So don't stands for do not, shouldn't stands for should not. So you should complete the word. So we have general tips in writing academic text. First is to follow the basics in the writing process. Second is to use quotations sparingly. So sparingly means minimal or reduced or in a minimal way. So it is important for you to paraphrase the information as much as possible. Number 3 is to avoid using an imperative tone. An imperative tone is a mood that forms or creates command or request, so you should avoid using it. Number 4 is to avoid excessive font effects such as too much use of boldface, underlines, and italics. So make use simple fonts and avoid unnecessary effects to make it clean and formal looking. Number 5 is be consistent with the type of English you use. So if you're going to use American English, you should stick to it and never jump into British English. Both of them are English, but when it comes to style, they are different. Number 6 is plan wisely. So you should allot an ample time in preparing your writing assignment. So let's proceed now to the professional writing. When we say professional writing, it is a type of written communication done specifically in a professional but non-academic context. It is most often applied in businesses and technical writing. So it is somehow similar to academic writing that has the purpose of informing and persuading the readers. Professional writing involves private businesses, government corporations, offices, and academic institutions which produce online and offline documents that aim to communicate information to a particular audience. Some examples of this are business and technical reports, as well as business correspondence. If you're going to compare it to academic writing, professional writing uses business business English and more personal tone. So meaning to say the professional writing can use either the first and the second person points of view such as I, you. So even though professional writing is more personal, it does not mean that you can use personal anecdotes, jokes, or colloquial expression. So you should avoid using those because professional writing addresses a particular need and it also follows a structure and format and conveys business and technical content to specific audience. And also professional writing is concise, accurate, and straightforward or direct to the point. Alright, so let's proceed now to the general tips in writing professional text. So first is the same with academic writing, is to follow the basics of the writing process. So number 2 is anticipate the reader's beliefs values, motivation, and possible objections, especially when writing persuasive documents such as proposals. Number three is to adjust your language based on your relationship with the receiver of the document. Alright, number four is study the format used by your organization and incorporate it in your writing. So, in an organization, they also have their own formats in writing reports or letters. So, you should follow that. But you may also use other formats which you think are appropriate. Number five is the same as with academic writing, which is to avoid excessive font effects such as boldface, underlines, and italic.